Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice processing money out transactions in the bank feed. So, if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and process the bank feed. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, which, if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. So let's dive in and read through today's scenario. It's time to process the bank feed transactions. Take a look at the money out transactions. Now, you'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it will look like. So let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. We first need to get to the banking center. So to do that, from the left navigation bar, we're going to click on Bank Transactions. So the left navigation bar is this black bar here. Here is Bank Transactions. Go ahead and click on that. Alternatively, you could have hovered over Transactions and then selected Bank Transactions from there. You may get a pop-up here if this is your first time in this area. We do not need to watch the overview video, so go ahead and click out of that by clicking on the X. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the money out transactions. We need to filter what is currently in here so that we will only see those money out transactions. Go ahead and click on the filter dropdown to select money out. That is this one right here. Click on it, select money out. And you should only see now all of the money out transactions. Now, there are a couple of transactions that have multiple potential matches. As you can see here, this one says one match found, and this is just what QBO thinks is a match. As a bookkeeper, of course, you want to go through in a little bit more detail and make sure that everything is correct, just because there may be some mistakes with what QBO is trying to match. But for this one, sometimes it will have two potential matches found, and that is because it is searching transactions by the amount only. It's not looking for the actual person or the date, it is looking for the amount. So, in order to take a look at this, we just need to click anywhere on this line to have the information expanded for us. Now we can see that there are two transactions here that are showing for $75 each, which is why QBO thinks it could be one of the two. We can see very clearly, though, that the bank detail says Pam Sites, and that is what is here for this expense that is currently selected. So we know that this is the correct match. So go ahead and click on the green match button. And now that has been matched. And here's that Books by Bessie, that $75 one. Because we took care of the one for Pam Sites, the one for Books by Bessie is finding a match now as well. So let's take a look at the squeaky clean car wash ones. Go ahead and click on that. And we can see here that there are two different ones for squeaky clean car wash. Exact same vendor, exact same amount. However, the date is different. You can see that the date up here is showing one. For me, it is showing as February 12th. Your dates will be different because the sample company is always changing the dates. So whatever date is showing here needs to match the transaction down here. Now mine is the one that is currently selected. The dates are matching, and so this is the correct one, and I can go ahead and click on the match button right here. All right, so that one is all taken care of. Now we should only be left with single suggested matches. As I mentioned before, in a real life scenario, you would want to review each one of these matches to confirm that they are correct. For the purpose of this exercise, though, we are going to assume that they are all correct. So we want to select all of the ones that have one match found right here. So let's go back to the top, click on the checkbox at the very top, and you'll see that it currently says 14 money out transactions are selected. We don't want to match all of these because some of them do not have a potential match found. So the ones that don't have this green box that says one match found, we want to uncheck. So go ahead and do that. And I think there's one more down here. Yep. So you should have 11 money out transactions selected. And then once you do, you can click on accept. So go ahead and do that. And now you should just be left with these three remaining transactions that have no potential match. As you can see, they're uncategorized. So this is a great time to use the categorization tool. So let's go ahead and click anywhere on the first transaction for a rental, the one for 1200. Go ahead and click on that. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so we can see all of the information here. Now, in the description, you can see that the payment was to a rental. They are not a current vendor, so we need to add a rental. So go ahead and click into here, click this plus add new. And then we are going to type their name in the vendor display name field. Go ahead and type a rental. And then if you had any other information, this would be a great opportunity to add it here to the vendor record. So let's go ahead and click on the green save button. And now they have been added as a vendor. In the account field, we want to select equipment rental. So go ahead and click on the down arrow and you want to scroll towards the top here and you will find equipment rental here. Go ahead and select it. And then we're going to click on add. So now it has been categorized and it has disappeared since this is still just the for review list. Now we want to take a look at the next A rental transaction. So go ahead and click on that like we did before so that we can have all the information appear for you. Now, since we just categorized the other transaction for A rental, QBO has pre-filled the fields based on the last transaction. So that is showing here. You want to confirm that everything looks correct. For me, the A rental did not show up here on the vendor, so I need to reselect that. So if you need to do the same, just click the down arrow, select A rental, and then you can go ahead and click on the add button on the bottom right corner. And now that one has been categorized, and now we just have this one remaining money out transaction. So let's click on that final one right here so we can take a look at it. Now, the bank detail down here doesn't give you enough information about this transaction, but when you message Craig about it, he sends you a copy of the receipt. He purchased some plants. So in the account field, we want to select plants and soil, and you want to make sure that it is the expense account. There is another one that is down here named something similar, plants and soil, but this is an income account. If you scroll up, you will find under job materials, plants and soil. So make sure you are selecting the expense account since this was a purchase that he had made. So go ahead and click on that. In the memo field, let's just go ahead and give some information about what this was for. So click into that and type plant purchase. And now we can go ahead and click on add. So that is the green button. Once again, go ahead and click on that. And now we have looked at all of those money out transactions. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to those transactions now that we have categorized them. Let's go ahead and click on the Categorize tab right here. And you can scroll down and you can see all of the process transactions in the Categorized tab. So we can go ahead and click on one of them to see what it looks like. So let's just go ahead and click on this one right here. I'm just going to click on the one on the bottom. And then you can see, well, mine actually is not. 1 second. If you're, I need to actually, there we go. If you don't see the blue lettering here, it's not going to actually go to what we're looking for. So let's click on another one. Let's do this PGE bill payment. Go ahead and click on that. And we can see here that the original transaction was matched in the bank feed right there. It says one online banking match. Let's take a look at another one. Go ahead and click on the X out of this. And let's take a look at one of the ones that we just did. Let's do this A rental right up here. Click on that. And once it comes up, you can once again see that there is this transaction that was created based on what we indicated in the bank feed. So this is also showing as a match. And then we can just go ahead and click out of this. And if you want to click around at any of the other ones that are in here, feel free to do so. But that's how you process money out transactions. Now, if you like this exercise and you would like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.